Well. Here we are again, Rob. I got to tell you, I feel so bad that we haven't been on the air now and been able to communicate the news. But I have some news for you guys out there. The reason I've been away, about 2.5 weeks ago, I woke up, and this is why it's so important to be ready. I woke up, y'all, in the morning at 3:30 on a Friday or Saturday morning. Was it Friday or Saturday? I don't even remember now. Friday or Saturday morning. It was Saturday morning. And I had the most excruciating headache I'd ever felt in my entire life. In fact, you know how you feel like the pumping of your blood, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it felt. It felt like I had like pump, like you can feel your
you can feel
blood
yourself
pumping,
pulsating.
Yeah. So I felt that, and I'm laying in the bed. Romeo's down right there beside me on the pillow, and I went over to reach Romeo, and I couldn't reach him. My hand, this left arm was just completely dead. It would just like flop. And I thought, well, maybe I fell asleep on it and it went to sleep. You know how you sometimes go to sleep and, you've ever had that happen to you?
All the time, yeah.
Yeah. So that's poor circulation. So I thought, well, my God. So the headache just wouldn't go away. And this went on for about a half an hour. And then when it wasn't moving, when I couldn't, it would just flop. I started to panic. So I got in the car and I drove to Cedars, and sure enough, I had what they call a mini stroke. Well, mini strokes are not as bad as a stroke, but let's face it. They lead into strokes if you're not taking care. But I'm a workoutaholic. I take care of myself. I do these things, and but I got to tell you something. It was a wake-up call. So I've kind of like just been staying away from anything. And it's funny. You don't think you have stress in your life because everything's going great. But then you wake up one morning and you find yourself flat ass in the bed with a busting headache. Well, what happened? I guess what happened was one of the blood pressure, it's like the valve in your brain just shuts off, and it shuts off a certain side of your body, and mine happened to be the left side. But it was a wake-up call. It was scary. I'm on the I'm like exercising to the max now, and I'm just getting my, I'm not young anymore, and I got to remember that. I can't. Even though I don't do the things that I used to do when I was younger, God forbid I'd be dead probably at this age. But, anyway, that's a wake-up call. And then, Rob, I was listening to, Biden in his union speech last night. And, these Democrats, they're touting this huge that they're bringing inflation down. But let me tell you something. When President Trump, and God bless President Trump, when President Trump was in office, our inflation was 1.4%. It was below the 2% target. Well, we're still at a 40-year high, and those I wanted to say fucking, but I'll say friggin', those friggin' Democrats are all clapping because Biden is bringing down inflation. Give me a break. What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the entire administration is a freaking joke.
Rob, you're all gray again. I don't know.
Oh, oh wow. Okay.
That's all good. It might be, I don't know. How do you adjust that thing?
It's on the back. I think it's like
where is it? It's like
it's on the screen, on the touch screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I kind of dig the gray.
Yeah, I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, screw it. But no, the Biden administration, they're a bunch of clowns. They're a joke. I don't have any respect or any headspace for what they're pushing, their agenda.
Let me call Tasha real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Call Tasha.
Calling Tasha.
We got to get the we got to gotta get the gray. That gray, Tasha. We're on live, but how do we get the gray out of the camera? What is it I touch? I want more color. All right, I see. Here's the button. It says function. There's 3, there's 2, and there's 1 dot. The 1 didn't do shit. There we go.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, now we're back. All right, Tosh, thanks. Can you hit number 2 on mine, Rob? Let's see how it looks. Now you don't look like you're in a storm. You know what I mean? Yeah, just hit press 2. Let me see. Oh, no. There we go. No, mine's good. There we go. I guess, no, don't make me that way. I'm already going through midlife crisis.
Oh, yeah?
Listen, if you don't believe there's a midlife crisis, let me tell you, wait till you get into your 60s.
What's going on?
Oh, man. It's just like, things start changing.
Yeah.
Your body starts to change. You just, things start happening,
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll see.
I'm a while away, but I
No, I think you're already changing.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I think you're changing for the good.
Yeah, probably.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we were talking about inflation. And, and they're touting this big thing that inflation is great, it's all that. And they're just lying. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's unbelievable. And, I've always said this, Rob. There's one thing I've always said is that they will entice people to stay in the market, stay in the bank account. They will entice them as long as they can. And then when it happens, when that trap door opens up, you lose your life savings or you lose a lot of your retirement, whatever it might be, your bank accounts, whatever. You lose a lot of it because there's no getting it back. And that's why we like gold and silver. And I'll tell you what, I've been gone for a few weeks, but I've been hearing that this place has been rocking as far as people are starting to see through all the bullshit out there.
Listen, myself and Jack, I had him reopen an older prospect that I was speaking with, and initially during the summertime of 2022, she wanted to purchase gold and silver. She wanted to liquidate her annuity, unqual annuity. She wanted to potentially roll over.
Wait, you said unqual annuity?
Yeah, a cash annuity.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Why does she want to do that?
Well, number one, she's lost north of like $57,000 in that account.
Wow.
The advisor last year got her to renew the annuity for the 401k rollover. So she has 2 annuities, one unqualified account, cash account that came from the sale of her home, and she took a 401k from a previous employer that she made contributions for 47 years and put that into an annuity.
Jeez.
Yeah, that, like the annuity contract had matured, and then during the summertime, to prevent her from buying gold, he trapped her in another contract for 3 years.
For 3 years?
For 3 years. Mind you, this
How old is this lady?
I was going to get to that. This lady's 69 years old.
So 69, 70, 72 years old.
Right before RMDs, yep.
Oh, right before. Well, the RMD now is 73 years old.
73 years
old.
old.
It just changed. It's called the Secure Act 2 Plus now. So it's 72. Oh, yeah.
Number 2?
72. and in 10 years from now, it's going up to 75.
Well, they just want you trapped.
They're just trapping people left and right. So anyway, 72.
Yeah. So, we're talking. I'm just like, I just asked her, so what prevented you from, doing this?
Yeah.
And, protecting your money before losing almost $57,000.
Jeez.
She's like, I was going to do it. I went to speak to my advisor because I wanted to get his perspective on it. And he told me that to never buy gold. You don't want to buy gold. Gold's a scam. Nobody with retirement or nobody with cash savings will ever think about putting your money in gold. Huh. That's not for you.
That's what the financial advisor told me.
Yeah,
of course, because they don't want to lose their client.
So
They don't like guys like us.
So he convinced her to renew a contract for 3 years, and then she tells me, she's like, "Hey, Rob, it was probably the stupidest, the most dumb decision I ever made in my life because it goes deeper. I went deep with the lady, but basically, long story short, was like everything you guys told me in the summertime. It happened. It happened in front of my eyes. I didn't want to believe that our country was going to be heading to this way.
Yeah.
I didn't want to think that we were going to allow CBDC to get pushed.
Yeah.
I didn't think that the banks would be talking about bank runs or preparing for bank runs.
Yeah.
But they are. And she's like, I wish I would have made a move because I would have saved $57,000 for my grandkids' future.
Not just, yeah. And if emergency was to come up.
Yeah. She can't get her money.
No, it's locked up.
She has a surrender fee of I think $27,000.
Unbelievable. And that's what they do. Listen, if you get tied.
So she lost $57,000 and now to get to her money, she has to cough up another $27,000.
That should be against the law.
It's crazy.
That's against the law. See, the minute you give your money to one of these kind of people, these custodians or banks or whatever, legally speaking, they all are private corporations. And they can do whatever they want with your money. They give you a piece of paper saying, we owe you X amount of dollars. And if we lose your money, it says right down there at the bottom, it's not FDIC insured. So there is no insurance on it.
Right.
So anyway, I got a story for you. So before I left, and I've been keeping up, even though I've been at home and just taking it easy. So one of my clients sold a piece of property, and I think she got like $100,000, and she wanted to put 80 into, or she did. She didn't want. She did. But in the beginning, she wanted to do $80,000 in precious metals, gold and silver, split it up. So she goes to her credit union, right, where she has been banking, and she tells them, she says, I need a cashier's check for $80,000. Rob, I don't know if you heard this, but they told her to come back in 2 weeks, that they didn't have that kind of money to give her right now.
For an electronic check?
This is a God's truth. They told her to come back. Well, and this is what I'm talking about. Those of you that have credit unions out there, be very careful, because the credit unions actually survive off the bigger banks. So, but anyway, they told her to come back. Well, she wasn't having it. She was not having it. She ended up, I guess they gave her some of the money, and then she went back the next day and got the rest of the money, but she closed all of her accounts. She closed the accounts there. Yeah. And see, this is the issue. This is the issue with banks and credit unions. And listen, I have a bank account, right? I myself bank at Citibank. But, the thing is we got to have some kind of way to, pay our bills or whatever it is that we've got to pay. But for the banks to refuse, for the credit union to refuse her the money was crazy. And, I tell you something else. We've been talking a lot. I know you haven't seen us on here for a while now, but CBDCs are coming out strong. And this monster inflation that we've endured right now, these past years, has arrived through asset inflation and then through consumer prices. And now the governments and the statistical bodies are all tweaking the calculation of the consumer price index, the CPI, to discuss the loss of purchasing power of the currency. And you're hearing more and more of this. I've been listening to it on a lot of different talk shows. I've been listening to it on the radio. On the TV, on Fox. I've been listening to all CNN. I've been listening to all these media outlets, and they're all talking about how we're losing the power of the purchasing of the currency. Well, I've been saying that the power of the dollar, the purchasing power of the dollar, is being destroyed right in front of your faces, and you're not even paying attention. I've been saying this for the last 5 years.
That's right.
And these central banks now, they've had to hike the rates after the disaster that was created in 2020. And when this massive increase in money supplies went to the finance, it actually bloated the government spending, and it created the mess that we're in right now today. And if you think about this, folks, 2020, like I said, when Trump was in office, we had jobs. Sure, we had a pandemic, but when this Governor Huckabee, Sarah Huckabee said last night, man, I love that woman. Did you watch her?
No, I don't watch
my
that stuff.
God.
You know me. I don't trust the left or the right.
Sarah Huckabee is a mom of 3 children, husband. She's the youngest governor ever to be in the United States. She's only 40 years old, and she is smart as a whip. She just fought and beat thyroid cancer.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, doing great. But she looked right into that camera after the State of the Union speech. Biden just toting all his bullshit. And then I switched it over and I'm listening to all these far left media channels. And they're like, he did the best job he's ever done. And even Biden thought he did the best job he's ever done.
You know, because I'm going to have to run to a presentation I have with the client. I just, it's all.
You got 5 minutes.
It's all, this whole radical left media.
Well,
CNN,
the point I'm making, Rob.
They're all fake.
Rob, the point I'm making here is that literally with the way our schools are being woke, with all this forced transgender and this transgender mutilization on these children, her state in Arkansas, no way. But the sad part about it is right here in California, this is a sanctuary city for transgenders now. Did you know that? In other words, let's say a child decides that they're at 13 years old, like this devil-worshipping Petrus that was on with Sam, what's his name, on the Grammys the other night. She was 13 years old. She's a recording artist, Petra. And she was 13 years old. She was a little boy, and she's, Mommy, I want to be a girl. So at 13 years old, they started transitioning her.
Number one, that has to do with a very heavy mental disorder.
I was just going to say, it's in the brain.
It's a very heavy mental disorder. I mean, if you want to become trans, whatever it's called, trans, or if you want to be whatever you want to be, by all means be that. But be an adult. Be like 18 and older.
True to that.
If you want to change your sex or be into women, if you're a woman, or be into men, if you're a man, and you're an adult, by all means. Who gives a fuck? Live your own life. But the bottom line is this. It has to do with, and I'm a parent, it has to do with, number one, terrible awareness from the parents' end on, the mental state that your child's in.
Yeah.
Right? And if they believe and they want to become a woman, let them express themselves as that, but don't mutilate their genitalia.
Yeah.
Not until they're an adult.
Hey, Rob, I just want to, back here, I know it's just all black, but it's all pixels. And we're getting ready to set this up. It's going to be really, really cool. I mean, I can literally project myself. And she's coming in tonight to work it. She worked all night setting this thing up.
It looks really cool with the all black and like you in front of that.
Yeah,
it looks pretty cool.
Well, wait till you see that thing light up.
It's
kind of like we're in Las Vegas.
It's kind of like and shout out to Dan's customer who watches our show. He said,
wow. Okay, Dan's customer out there watching the show.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he said he enjoys the show.
I had a lot of people wanting to know when I was coming back. When we were coming back. Listen, I know, Rob, you got that meeting at 7. I want to let you guys go. I want to just say God bless you. The main reason I wanted to jump on here
Get your house in order.
Quick, get your house in order, because like me, you could wake up and maybe not wake up.
Rip the Band-Aid off and participate. Buy gold, buy silver. Get out of these illiquid stocks. Get out of the death trap, the kill switch of the U.S. dollar, and get your house in order.
For sure.
If you don't get your house in order, good luck at the food line. Good luck at the soup lines. Good luck receiving more funding and more benefits from the government. Create your own independent wealth for yourself and start by picking up silver and gold.
Yeah, and give us a call, 323-380-5485 or 800-753-8534. Or Rob, I don't know Rob's 213-466-1283. Listen, I've enjoyed getting back on. There's going to be a lot more coming. Just trust me. I'm one that likes to take baby steps before you actually delve into it. That's why we just started kind of like playing around with it in the basement or in the garage or whatever you want to call it. In the other storage room. No, it was actually an office. But anyway, look forward to talking to you all, keeping you abreasted on what's going on. Those of you that just listen to us, tell your friends about us, like us on Rumble. Watch the video on YouTube. YouTube has to censor me before I go on there. And I don't think I'm saying anything bad, not compared to some of the stuff